Hi Flosstube, how are you doing? It has been a very long time. I am Barbara Johns, and you have found me as Stitching with Grammy. This is my channel about cross stitch, and sometimes I talk about quilting and sewing, but mostly cross stitch. And this episode is gonna be a big one because not only do I have a few whips to talk about, but I also have a couple of retreats to talk about that I've attended, and all the haul and stitchy kindness and love and fun that goes into that. So you saw some of the pictures in my intro, and I will put some more pictures here and there throughout the video. But I don't know how to tell you guys that if you get an opportunity to go to a retreat, go. It is so fun. It is just a way to meet new people who like to do what you like to do. Whether it's a big retreat or a daytime stitchy get-together, remember to go meet and stitch. And I'm going to start my video the way I usually close it. So it is so fun to get with other stitchers. So let's get into this. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for finding me. This is actually my 5th video. Now, last time, for those of you that have been subscribers and are coming back, thank you so much for coming back. Last time, Marley and I were having a discussion at the end whether it was number 4 or number 5, and we just kept saying, nope, it's number 4. Well, when I posted it and put the number on it and uploaded it, guess what? I put number 5. So this is the real number 5, because we all know as stitchers, counting is hard. So anyway, welcome to Flosstube number 5. Again, Barbara Johns, Stitching with Grammy. I am so happy that you're here. I've got a lot to talk about. So, remember to like, subscribe, hit the little notification button, because I don't have back-to-back retreats coming up anytime soon. Fiscal year end at work is kind of winding down. So I want to start making these a little bit more regularly, so you'll see me more than once a month or however long it's been since my last update. As far as life updates, that's about all I've been doing is working, sewing, and getting ready for these back-to-back retreats. So let's get into this, shall we? Okay, I have been so busy, like I said. And the busyness came from the 2 retreats that I attended. The first one, as you know, was the Trick-or-Treating with the Housewives that was sponsored by Kim and Ashley of Stitch Etc. and Annie the Proper Stitcher, and also Kay and Lonnie. Lonnie was the finisher, former finisher from Shepherd's Bush. She did a very good job for them, and she made a bunch of pillows that Kim had there at the retreat, and they were absolutely beautiful. So anyway, this is the main group of people who put on this retreat, and it was amazing. Obviously, Priscilla was there as well. Unfortunately, Cash and Chelsea were ill, so they were not able to come. And I sent Chelsea a little message, but I really, really appreciate her letting her mom come, sharing her mom with us for the week, because it was amazing. And I know through, some people that were sitting close to her, that this was out of Priscilla's comfort zone. And I'm really glad that she stuck it and did it herself, and I hope she realize how much we appreciate and we love her being there. It was so much fun, and she was worried about being able to handle it without Chelsea being there, and I think she did a wonderful job. And as her stitchy community, we all just pitched right in. The gals, Angela and Amy and Tanya and the rest, Vicky and the rest of the girls that sat right at her exact table, all just pitched right in. Everybody took a role. One was pulling patterns. One was helping her write things down so that they could email it to Chelsea, or to send a picture to Chelsea. by the time the person was cashing out, Chelsea was putting the invoice in PayPal, sending it to the person, sending the PDFs of the patterns that they bought, and then I ordered some hard copies that Priscilla didn't have with her, and they were in my mailbox before I got home. They were in my mailbox, so they did a really good job getting the things out that all of us wanted. So I'm not gonna go in depth to the swag bag that we got. I'm just gonna show you. This is the swag bag. I haven't even opened mine yet because I was gonna go through and take out one at a time all these goodies that we got, but I'm not gonna do that because I got so much to talk about. I don't have time to go through each individual little thing. However, my friend Annie the Proper Stitcher on Flosstube episode number 29 and Chantel Demling 141 Designs, those are Flosstube. She has Flosstube episode number 7. If you go and watch Chantel and Annie, and I hope they shout me out because I'm shouting them out again. Anyway, if you go watch their Flosstubes of this episode, if you haven't already seen it, they go in depth what was in the bag. Okay, so it's a wonderful, but I have so much other stuff to show you that I'm not going to spend the time, or you guys are going to be falling asleep or turning me off or whatever. So that was our goodie bag from the retreat. And I'm just going to tell you that Kim and Ashley and staff, Lonnie and Kay, you guys did an awesome job, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. It was so much fun. We had, the first night we played games, and I'm telling you what, it was so much fun. And I almost won the game where you roll the dice, and the dice has either a C, an L, an R, or a little circle on it. If it's a circle, you pass your turn. If it's an L, you give one. Everybody brought 7 strands of DMC floss. And if you got an L, you put 1 to the person on your left. If it was an R, you gave 1 to the person on your right. If it was a C, then you put that skein of floss in the center. And so everybody rolls the dice, takes a turn, the dice goes around. There's 8 or 9 of us at the table. So 8 or 9 times 7, that's how many skeins of floss there are. So you keep rolling until the very last person has a skein left. Everything else ends up in the center. And then the person with the one left at the end of the game gets all of them in the center. So it was so much fun. I did not win that one almost. I think it was between me and the person sitting next to me. Then we played a game where you put... somebody has a set of dice, a pair of dice, and they have to roll doubles. And while they're rolling to get doubles, the person has pot holders on, and then there's saran wrap wrapped around some kind of gift. And you have to keep rolling the dice while this person is trying. Well, anyway, I won that game. And so this was my gift that I won from Stitch Etc. Witch's Brew tumbler, because I unwrapped this prize from the saran wrap before the person next to me got the doubles. So it was really close, but I got it. And so I can insert some more pictures. My BFF, Kara, who I met, Crafty Kara, she also has a Flosstube, and she sells project bags as well. I met her at StitchCon. She didn't have anybody to room with, and I said, sure, come on. And she's like my stitchy little sister. So she was sitting at a different table, but she won this game and the floss game. So she won that. At night, we played... Oh my God, we had so much... You guys, this was so much fun. I have so much stuff here. At night, we played... bingo, and so the questions on, not bingo, let me back up. Bingo was the next night. Every night, Kim would come out and ask questions about how much we knew Priscilla and Chelsea and their family. So it would be trivia questions about them. First person to get the answer. Kim had like a fat quarter of fabric and she would toss it at the winner. So Kara won a couple of those too. So everybody's like, Kara, stop winning so many things. Also, every day, I think almost every hour on the hour, she would do a drawing of everybody's name, all the participants that were there. Their names were in a big bundle, you know, a box, bucket. And so she gave out door prizes. And I won that too. I won a door prize. So the door prize that I won, I'll show you that in a minute, had a really cute Starbucks cup with bugs on it. A little decorated pumpkin, fall colors. Oh, this would be pretty up here. Put it up on my hutch with the rest of my fall stuff. There was some sewing themed emery boards. I think there was a needle minder in here too. Down, yep, here it is. Oh, it's a scissor fob or a zipper pull. I don't know if you can see it because it's still in the bag. I left everything in the bag so I can show you guys. There's this really cute mummy that I got too. It's so cute. So this little mummy is gonna sit. Ooh, and it smells good. It smells like coffee and brown sugar. That's gonna sit up on my Thanksgiving or spooky display that I have in my other room. And I got a Creative Carol Designs project bag with a handle. I make project bags, and it's so cool for me to be able to see other people and how they make theirs, and the, you know, the things that they use and what they use to make it, and how I can get better at what I'm doing and other ideas. I usually don't put the fabric around here. I do on the top, but not on the side. So this is really cool. I'm glad to get this. So thank you, Kim and friends, for all your donations to this, you know, these giveaways. It was very much appreciated. And I'm sorry I keep turning my back to you. I apologize. So let me keep going because I have so much stuff. So much stuff. Okay, so here's my little name tag. Everybody got a little name tag. Here's my name tag. It was so fun. I got lots of cute little needle minders. We had trick-or-treating. Okay, so it's called trick-or-treating with the Housewives, right? It's a Halloween theme. So everyone was to bring 80 things, because there were like 80 of us. And let me just show you. Whoopsie, let me turn it the other way. I took my things to give away in this basket. But this is all the stuff that I have in my basket that are goodies that we got. Pixie sticks with those little clamshell clip things that you put on your Q-snaps. A little wooden pumpkin that I can put out here now too with all my goods. Just so many cute little things. Not everything is Stitchy related. Some of it's candy. My girl Katie made stickers for everybody, and there's a little charm in there. Some people gave candy with their little skein of floss. Some just little candy, like vintage signs. There's just so much stuff in here. Needle minders, needle threaders, covered buttons. Just so much stuff. So much stuff. Everybody was so generous. And it was so much fun, and I really appreciate it. On our table the first day, Donna White, she gave everybody this at our seats the first day. There's a little covered pumpkin. There's a little needle bling, you know, floss ring, floss drops, charms, zipper pulls, a little, just so creative, so creative. Thank you, Donna. It was so wonderful. I was chosen. I was asked if I wanted to be a vendor and sell my project bags. So I said, of course, yes, let me sell some project bags. So as a vendor, I also donated a Starbucks bag that I had made. If you watch Priscilla and Chelsea, they have shouted me out a couple times on their Flosstube and showed the bags. But Kara, Crafty Kara, that she made mugs and little canvas bags that we kind of recreated the logo. She did, and it says, "I stitch a latte." And it was the Starbucks logo that she kind of revamped in her, and I don't have my needle minder that has the logo on it, but she revamped it so that we wouldn't get copyright infringement. So that was really funny. So her and I sold stuff at the event as a vendor. So we donated something for a door prize. And Amy, hi Amy, I hope you're using your bag. I hope you enjoy it. Also, anyone who made a purchase from my stuff, I put their name in the drawing, and I gave away the pattern, but first coffee, because as you guys know, it was named the Starbucks Retreat because Priscilla found out there was a Starbucks right in the parking lot. So I figured I'd bring this. I brought this is my model. This is the one I stitched as a display so that, you know, then whoever purchased something name could go in the drawing, and Donna White won this pattern. So there was that. And then, if you guys remember, this was the comment card at a Starbucks when I was at StitchCon. I found it. And I talked about this before. I said, oh, somebody needs to stitch that. Well, as you know, I stitched it. And I ordered these from Vistaprint. I added the Starbucks Retreat at the top, and on the back, I put Trick or Treating with the Housewives 2021 Fall Retreat. So I put this on here, made this cute little thing, and then I had floss drops. And here's my floss drops that's on a whip that I'm doing right now. And here's a nice floss drop that I got from Amanda. Thank you so much. This was her giveaway, in the trick-or-treating. And then I used the floss drops, but most of what Priscilla's colors are, this is for pumpkin picking day. These are the flosses for that, and I'll show you my whip in a minute. Anyway, most of what she uses are classic colorworks, and so this is how I use these floss drops, so that you can get the benefit of having the floss drop and using it, but you can also keep the tag. When you go to thread it, you just thread your floss through both holes. And so you've got both little cards, and then they all hang here, and they all look real pretty. And they're all the same. So these are the colors to pumpkin picking day. And I'll show you that in a minute. So as some of you may already know, Laura, Brenda and the Serial Starter Laura, and Mama Loves You GB, I think I talked about this before, are doing the Great Floss Drop Trade. And so when I ordered the Starbucks ones, also ordered these floss cards. Here's the back. And I have put this out on Instagram, and then I got crazy busy, and so I've kind of fallen behind a little bit. But I put it out there on Instagram that I'm ready to trade. And these, I'm not going to go through them all because I know this video, we're already almost 30 minutes in. I don't want to make this one long, but I will go through it next time. These are all the cards that I've gotten with people who have traded floss drops. I went to the dollar store, bought all the different little thank you cards I could get my hands on. And so I'm going to be sending these out. So if there's anybody out there who want to trade cards, let me know. I've got some, and I've got time now to do it. So those of you that have messaged me, I apologize for the craziness called my life. I will get them in the mail to you very, very soon. I appreciate everybody who has shared, and I will go in depth more next time, next Flosstube. Okay, so thank you so much for bearing with me as I turn my back. I talked about the swag bag, the floss tags, the prizes, the games that we played. Let me talk about our smalls exchange. Here's another goodie bag. One of the Dawns, there were 2 Dawns at my table, and one of them handed out these little Ort containers. And then they fold all down flat to put it in your bag when you leave. But you open it up and sit it on your table so you can put your Orts in it. It's so cute. So she gave those away. Thank you, Dawn. We had a smalls exchange, and I will insert a picture of the one that I finished. Our smalls exchange, the retreat was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, went home Thursday. So this would have been Wednesday night. Wednesday at 2:45 in the morning, I finished stitching it. I did not get my stitching done ahead of time because I was too busy making project bags to sell there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to stitch. And I just ran out of time. So anyway, I kind of closed the room down that night. 2:45 in the morning, I got that done. And so I will insert a picture here of my completed project that I gave in the smalls exchange. So, thank you, Vicki. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you found a really pretty place to put it at your home and that you're enjoying it, because I really like stitching that. I enjoyed it. So, I hope to stitch it for myself because I loved that pattern. It was gorgeous. So, I'm going to restitch it for myself for my own house. But my gift, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with a swap, a gift exchange. Everybody brings something in. You don't know whose you're getting until you open it up, and then you find out who got yours and who you gave your, and you get pictures with it. It's so nice. So I'll insert a picture of the person who I got my smalls exchange from, and her name is Tamra Savage, and she is from Greenville, South Carolina. So thank you so much, Tamara. Wait till you guys see this. It is so beautiful. It almost brought tears to my eyes. Beautiful little pins. It's a little autumn pillow. Not sure who the designer is, but it's got walnut shells in the corners of it, and there's stuffing in the center. And it's stitched, and then in the back there's beautiful little wool applique with a blanket stitch and a button sewn on. Such beautiful work, and the stitching is amazing. I think you can see it really well. She did such a good job, and I was just so touched. So I don't know if you guys, if you go to a retreat and they do a smalls exchange, do it. Just don't, I keep quoting Annie. I quoted her today in one of my, responses to somebody on Facebook. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. Or my friend Elaine, that's Annabella's, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's perfectly imperfect. So just do it. Just get out of your comfort zone and just do it. So that was my smalls exchange. And thank you so much, Tamara. I really, really love it. And now that I've shown it, I'm going to put it on a display up here on my hutch somewhere. The retreat project. I didn't get that all the way stitched either. And at the retreat, we this is what I stitched. I think I showed you when I was working on it, I think, with my whip. But that's what I got, and Vicki was the person who got that. So, the exchange piece we were supposed to do as homework. Well, I didn't get it all done. I had some of the border, but it was more important to me to get the swap project done. I went to the class that Priscilla taught that showed us how to finish it, and I watched, and I got all my supplies. We got a covered wire, we got the ribbon, we got a little ghost to put on it when we get our bow made, and we got the sticky boards. We got Priscilla's pretty plaid that's going to go on the bigger board. And then here I have finished it since I've been home. I finished it. I just had the border to do. But here is the finished stitch, the finished design for the retreat. It was an exclusive for the retreat for about a minute until we showed it and got our finishing class, and then she released it. But the other seasons of this plaid, summer, spring, fall, winter, whatever, they're all available in the Primitive Stitcher, Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. And I will show you in a minute the one that's in the most recent issue. But anyway, this is a Halloween one. So it was so fun to stitch. Such a fun stitch. Now, I will show you a couple more of my other whips in a minute, and I'll talk about this fabric. So, anyway, once this gets done and you put this on this, we got a board from Stitch Etc. That was for this project, and they are available on Kim's website, Kim and Ashley. If you go to Stitch Etc. on Facebook and let them know, hey, I want that white pumpkin, they'll get one right out to you. I don't know what their inventory is, but this is what it looks like. And it's very thick. It's really heavy duty, and it smells so good. It's like real wood. And it's got like almost like a shiplap kind of thing. Well, after the class, after everybody was finishing their projects, we all got to go in line and have Miss Priscilla sign it. So thank you, Priscilla. I hoped to have it all mounted and done before I film my Flosstube, but I just, with my work schedule, I just haven't had a chance. Then the second retreat that came up, which we'll get into in a minute. But I wanted to make sure I had the proper tools. So guess what? I'm in business now. I can do some serious finishing because, and I'm not getting paid by Sure Bonder for selling this. I just know because I used Priscilla's for a minute to finish my swap piece. This is a good glue gun and the sticks that go with it. So that next time will be a fully finished object, and I will be sure to show you. I'm just gonna stack all of this stuff next to me. So sorry. Okay, so that's the retreat project. We talked about that. The exchange. I got a ton of notes, so I'm just gonna cross things off. We talked about trick-or-treating, prizes, swag bag, floss tags, fun games. You guys have to go to retreats. Not all of them do games, but the ones that do, holy moly. Okay, so Stitchy kindness. I got some gifts. My girl Kara hooked me up with lots of stuff. I don't have it all in my close proximity, but these blocks that were at Michael's that Priscilla and Chelsea have used to put some of their finishes of their tier trade tidbits on, she brought me 4 of them. I had 2 of them on my microwave as the decorations for this anyway. And so when Priscilla started using them, I'm like, hey, I got some of those. So anyway, Kara got me 4 of them from the clearance section at their Michael's because ours up here in Michigan are gone. I can't find them anywhere. So she got me some of those. Katie, Miss Katie, hi Katie. She got me some goodies that I'm going to share really quick in a cool box. Got little fall wooden spoons, and one is missing because I already have it in my coffee area. I have a coffee bar, and I use it every day to stir my coffee. But these are so cute, and they're cute on your little tiered trays. You can put them in a cup or lay them down on your tiered tray. So thanks for those. She also got me, because, you know, as you can see up behind me, I'm starting my little Ray Dunn collection with my vintage Pyrex. But she got me another bee, a honey bee. And I didn't have this color. I got a lot of other bee ones right there. but I didn't have this one, so thank you, Katie. And then a couple other beautiful decorations, ornaments that are used as finishing pieces in some of the Priscilla designs that she does. This is something else that Kara got me, with little Barbie keychain, key fob, or whatever. So these are just some really cute things from my girls that I got as, you know, my Stitchy sisters and roommates. So thank you. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so sorry to have my back to you guys again. Okay, so that was Stitchy Kindness. Now, on the way home, oh wait, I forgot to tell you. Not quite done yet. This was an exclusive that we got a day and a half before it was released to the public. It was one of Priscilla and Chelsea's designs. I had done, you can't see it, I've shown it before, Into All a Good Night by the Housewives, and it's got the big Santa and the reindeer over, and it's a big long, I have finished it. I think maybe I'm going to tilt this. Hang on. See it? It's up there at the top. That's my fully finished. That was one of the first fully finished that I ever have done for them. Now I probably am not going to get this to stand up. Please. Okay. So, anyway, that was the first one of their designs that I ever did. And some of them I didn't really care for. I didn't want to do them until I went to see her trunk show. Once you see these things finished, you can't not purchase them. So, I got this one. Hello, Santa. The Back of the Truck series. The Christmas one. Here Comes Santa Claus. The Halloween. Isn't that so cute? I didn't want to do, when I first came out, I didn't get in the club through Fat Quarter Shop of the calendar crates. But look at that one. It is so cute. I just love the cranberries, the coloring. This one, go look up my girl Crafty Kara's Instagram. She's on Instagram as Crafty Kara. Go look it up. Because she's stitching this on a dark aqua colored gorgeous sparkly fabric, and she changed the door to red, and her, you gotta go check it out. But that's beautiful. So that's Silent Night. I got Hello My Pretties in the jar. I got America the Beautiful. I got How Does Your Garden Grow? And the beautiful little Buzz of the Bees. So I'm really excited about those. But guess what? The Tier Tray Tidbits and the Dapper Doodads and the other small ones, you can't buy the patterns there. They're only available in a PDF. So guess what I did? I bought a whole bunch of them. There's a bunch of them that I want to do. And I won't go through all of them. I got a bunch of them. I got a bunch of the fall ones. A bunch of the... Okay, so... I'll show you some of them. This USA one. I saw this finish on one of these boards. And this is a Stitch Etc. board. And it had this pattern finished on it. And it had the bows and the ribbons. It didn't have a rolling pin on it, but it had flags. It was so cute. So, enabled me to get that. Another thing I bought, well, I'll show you that in a minute. Another pattern I saw in here, a lot of the fall ones I want to do. They're cute, little Hello Pumpkin or Farm Fresh. I'm doing that one, so I'll show you that one in a minute. But there's this one. I'm trying not to show the pattern. the love jar, I found this heart. Oopsie. And I'm going to paint it. And then I'm going to finish this on this and set it up like yay with this on it. Won't that be cute? On the aqua fabric with all the red flowers. And I think I'm going to paint this a country red color. Wouldn't that be cute? Okay, that's my idea. So one of these is one of my whips that I'll show you in just a moment. So I'm going to leave that out. Okay, another haul, another piece of Stitch Etc. I forget what they call it. The link, I don't know what the name of the board is, but it's this long one. My thought was to put Stitchy stars or any of the Lori Holt that are this color. I recently joined the Stitch Card Club, so you could put any of those on here. So I think I'm going to do this with magnets so I can interchange them. And I did start this earlier in the summer until a squirrel took me running elsewhere. But here's what I have so far, and I'll show you. And I think the colors that I chose, I don't know if it's the called for colors. I can't remember. But I think that'll be cute. Well, that doesn't look very cute now, does it? I don't want to cut this fabric yet, but you get the idea. I'm going to finish stitching those and however many stars I need, and it will be on this board. Won't that be cute? Hanging up here by my, you know, beautiful little quilt that I made over my window. Anyway, so that's another piece of haul that I got from there. We're getting down there, girls and guys. Tammy, your last name is escaping me, but she is Creative Country Girl. And I got this bag from her. She was selling bags as well, but her bags are way different than the bags that I make, which is fine. But she brought her sewing machine and she brought a bunch of fabric, and you could just pick out what kind you wanted. And she sewed right there. She just sewed away all day and gave you what you needed. And then inside is a little tab that has a lobster hook, and you can hang your floss on it or your scissors so they don't get down there, and it's a big huge lined bag. So thank you, Tammy. I love it. I love it, love it. It's gonna be, now I've shown it, now I can put some projects in it. Yay. Then there was another gal, and I am so sorry that I did not get your name or a card, or I would show it, because she had a bunch of fabric. Oh my gosh. She had a bunch of fabric, and she was like discontinuing it or discounting it or selling it or what. I don't know why she was inventory reduction, but this was the one I picked out. And oh my gosh, this is so soft. And there's quite a bit of it here, and it is Free Spirit Presents a Denise Schmidt design. So I'm going to make some project bags out of this, or use it as a finishing if I do a, maybe, I don't know, perhaps if I stitch this, which I was thinking of stitching that witch, that might be kind of a cool background, make a pillow with her. I don't know. Might be. So that's something else I got. More little haul from that retreat. Oh my goodness, I got so much stuff. Okay, so the retreat was in, I am so sorry, I'm like all over the place. Please forgive me. The retreat was in, bear with me, this is falling down. That's what's happening. Excuse me while I adjust my iPad. Hi guys, up close and personal. That's better. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, the retreat was in Greenwood, Indiana, which is south of Indianapolis. I live in mid-Michigan, and so on my way home, I go right past Fort Wayne up 69. So guess what? I had to stop at Stitch and Frame in Fort Wayne to get more goodies. So let me show you really quick what I got. So I don't know if you guys have heard. There's comments all out. Everybody's all talking about it. Stitch Etc. is going to do another retreat with the Housewives. It's going to be Christmas in July. It's going to be in the same location, and it's going to happen sometime during July. But Kim, Gavlik, and Ashley and team, there's not going to be anything put out. No sign-ups, no registration, no wait list, nothing until after the Christmas, after the first of the year. Kim and group really works really hard to put this retreat together, and they just needed a break. So they're going to take a break, and they're going to regroup, and we're going to talk about it and get all the information and everything out after the first of the year. So at Stitch and Frame, they had a little grab bag with odds and ends, and since theme's going to be Christmas, we'll probably have an ornament exchange. I'm just speculating, Kim. Don't shoot the messenger, but I'm not trying to give out any secrets. I'm just speculating. We may have an ornament exchange. I don't know what we're going to do. But, so I have that in my mind. Ooh, I need to get a Christmas ornament. So anyway, I stopped at Stitch and Frame, and I had gone there before the retreat, and I had met my girl Kara, because she lives down near Indy. And so Fort Wayne is kind of halfway. So I've talked about before how we met there. Well, when I went there before, I got my Blackbird design, the garden series. They didn't have all of them. So I knew that they had some more come in. And so I'm keeping this in this little bag that I got from my, that was part of my exchange gift from StitchCon last year. Which, by the way, I did get a StitchCon invoice. Woo! I have paid it. Woohoo! And I am going to Weekend B. I know, all the other Flosstubers so far that I have heard are going to A. However, the Sunshine Stitchers, EJ and Gary, and I'm hoping Ronnie, I don't know if they said Ronnie. I know Sheila is not, because she's going to take some time off because she's got some cruises that she's going on. But the rest of the Sunshine Stitchers will be at Weekend B. So I'm happy to hear that. Hi, guys. I missed you last year because I was at B and you were at A. So I really am looking forward to meeting you guys at StitchCon Weekend B. Anyway, so I got down at Stitch and Frame. I'm talking all over the place. I apologize. But anyway, I got 3 more Garden Club series. Sweet Home number 4, Garden Club Blackbird Design series number 12, all in a row, and the Fairy Garden series number 11. That is so pretty. Number 12 and number 4. And I still haven't decided. This is how they show to do it, is to have all the different pieces that you stitch and then stitch them all together on the different types of linens and fabrics or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to do that or do it all in one. Lisa, the Kindred Stitcher, I believe, is doing it, and she's totally redesigned it and totally repositioned everything. And hers is gorgeous. She's working on it. It's really pretty. Really, really, really pretty. So anyway, I got the rest. Or no, I didn't get the rest. I think I'm still missing 2. But they're on order, and the Stitch and Frame will let me know when they come, so I can go back down to Fort Wayne and buy some more goods. Anyway, so there's that. This time of year, a lot of people are stitching it. Celeste. Hi, Celeste. I know you're working on that. You got almost a finish, I think. You were doing really well on it. A lot of people have stitched this. I think, Annie, aren't you stitching it too? There's a lot of people that are stitching this. Olivia, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, I think she was stitching it. So, I'm looking forward to getting that stitched as well. Now, like I said, I was going home from the retreat that I found out Christmas in July. So I'm getting Christmas on my mind. I'm also with the Happy Little Stitch Shop. They're Angela and the whole group of us Happy Little Stitchers that follow her Facebook group and follow her live videos on Flosstube or Instagram, whatever, YouTube videos. We are also doing an ornament exchange, so I figured I could pull one of these out for that and work on some of the others. And it's a kit. I don't know for sure if I'm going to use I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just thought that house, the houses, the barn, the church, oh my gosh, they're so cute. So I'm going to work on those. And then in their little freebie grab bag, I found some more cute little things. And yes, these are like from the 80s, 90s with the back stitch. They're Stony Creek, so you know they're going to be full of half and quarter stitches and back stitching and all the things. So I thought those were kind of cute because I was in the Christmas mood at that time. So anyway, that's the haul from Stitch and Frame in Fort Wayne, Indiana, on my way home from the stitching retreat. Okay, now we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about my second retreat. So once I got home from that retreat, I think I had enough time to do laundry, sew about 10 more bags. Well, no, I didn't even sew yet because I wasn't 100% sure I was going to be the only project bag vendor at this retreat. So I really was taking a break. I was just stitching on some things. And I got a message from Jennifer. Jennifer Menino Lane is her name. And she's just a gal here from Michigan that has put this retreat on by herself. She's the only one that plans and organizes it for about 5 years. This is the 5th one. So she messaged me and said, hey, you are going to sell project bags, right? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, okay, because you're going to be my only project bag vendor. So frantically, I started sewing. It was crazy. I was like, I still have to work my day job. And so I sewed and sewed and sewed. And I had my granddaughters that weekend. And so that ate into some of that time. Not complaining because I loved my granddaughters. But anyway, that retreat started Thursday the 14th, right? Yes, Thursday the 14th. And so they had, here's the little thing that we got in there. Really cool picture. Kind of had a nautical theme to it. And so she had me as the project bag vendor. Stitching with Grammy. I got a new email address. Stitching with Grammy, no spaces. stitchingwithgrammy@gmail.com. So if you need project bags, you can email me, you can Instagram me, you can Facebook me, however you want to reach me. stitchingwithgrammy@gmail.com. So anyway, at this retreat, there were 2 or 3 designers that designed stuff for us, exclusive. Excuse me. I got sidetracked. Remember this? I had to take it, I had to finish it. So here's an FFO. This was my stitch that I stitched to make this picture. I FFO'd. I got this cup from Michael's. I painted this orange, glued on a truck, glued on a ribbon and some leaves, and then stuck that on there. It's been bounced around in a bag and in and out of my car, and so anyway, that's that. It sits up here on my hutch too. So anyway, back to the other retreat. I'm so sorry. The designer. The first designer was, and I had not heard of her before. I'd heard of her, but it's not my style, so I'm not like Priscilla and Chelsea. I knew Stitching with the Housewives. But this, and I'm almost at an hour. I am so sorry. This is taking forever. Anyway, Bella Filipina. I don't even know how to say it. But we got an exclusive pattern. And it's a crown. It's so pretty. So we got the pattern to stitch that up. And so we also got a goodie bag. Jennifer made these for everybody. They're a nice little goodie swag bag. Cute little zipper pull on it. And in the bag, swag bag away, we got bow and needles, some beading needles. We got a little shell with a number on it. And at the end of the night, the last night, we had a drawing, and it was so fun. I had never used Threadworks, so I got some Threadworks floss. And I've never used Fiberlicious, and there's some Fiberlicious floss. This pattern, and I will insert a picture here of a finished item, the finished crown, and you really can't tell just by looking at this, but it's gorgeous and it has a lot of beading on it. So we got some beads that are required for this pattern, and we got one of these little bead things to sort your beads on that's kind of tacky so they don't go flying. So all these little goodies, and there was a few other little things inside this cute little lined bag. So that was that pattern. And then we had another pattern that I can't show you because there's no picture, but it is from, what did I do with it? It is from, oh please, it is from the Primitive Hair, but unfortunately I can't show you because all it is the pattern. There's no photograph. So those are those patterns. Now we had another designer, and she was at the retreat. Her name is Karen, and she is from, bear with me, she is from, I'm going to get it correct, Meridian Designs. Her name is Karen. And I'm telling you, I've never stitched a mermaid. I've never done beading or anything, and I know people do, and like the big mirabilias and all that, I know they do, and they are absolutely gorgeous. But this pattern is so cool. The theme of this retreat was called the Dead Sea. So this is her interpretation of that theme, and it's called the Dead Sea Mermaid by Meridian Designs. Karen, here we go. Isn't that cool? I might stitch it because I know the designer. Isn't that cool? Sorry about the glare, but doesn't that look so cool? And if this does not do it justice at all, the beading that's in here is insane. All those red lines that you see are beads. Her hair is full of beads. It's amazing. And she did a big reveal on the first night, and yeah, it was so cool. So I might do that. So anyway, Hall in that retreat also, she had things there for sale. I've never used dinky dyes, and she's had some dinky dyes there. These are silks. This one is Coulibla, or however you say it. Oh my god, they're so soft. And this color is Verbena. And I just grabbed these two because I love the two colors together. A pink and a teal. Aren't those gorgeous? I can't wait to stitch something with it. I don't know what. But then I also bought Peaceful Ponderings, a Biscornu. And I may not do it those colors. I may use these pink and teal silks. I don't know. But I've never done a Biscornu, so I'm going to try. So that's that. There you go. Sorry about the glare. I just don't want to take the time and make the noise to get all these. When I had a near fatal auto accident, like I mentioned before, when I was recovering from that, I got into making gourmet cupcakes. My granddaughter, who you guys know, Marley, at the time she was 4 years old, I used to watch her during the day, sometime when her mama went to school and her daddy was at work. And so I had a pair of pajama pants I'd wear that had cupcakes on them. So she always called me the Cupcake Grandma. So I thought I would get a couple cupcake patterns from Meridian Designs from Karen and stitch up some cupcakes and give them to the girls for Christmas because, you know, I'm the cupcake grandma. So that was that. They also had fabric, hand-dyed by Stephanie fabric and Under the Sea fabric by Leslie was her name. I've never bought, like at Moe's, I've gone and, you know, gotten some specialty fabric, but not like this. Holy moly, let me show you. The goodie bag, I had shell number 41. This is what I got in there. It is a Nora Corbett pattern. I don't know if I'll ever stitch it, but who knows, I might reach out of my comfort zone and stitch it. That bird's kind of cool. So that I won, and along with that is a pattern from Fabrics by Stephanie called Jello Shots. It's a 28 count Lugana 26 by 36. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Let me get, it's just so sparkly. It's got greens and yellows in it, and it's so cool. It is so cool, and I've never bought fabric like that. So, with that being said, I decided I would go and look at some more fabric. So, I ended up buying a bunch of fabric. This is called, oops, I don't want to do that one. This one is called Toasted Almond, and this is a 36 count linen. And there's some modeling in it. It's called Toasted Almond. And it's showing up pretty good. So I figured a sampler or some primitive something or other will be on that one. I got another one called Colonial Parchment. This is kind of cool. I'm thinking maybe one of those, I don't know if it's going to be big enough, but like the Equity sampler or the Heritage sampler, the new Constellation, one of those like historical type ones might be kind of cool on there. I don't know. I'll find something cool to put on that. That's really cool fabric. I got another one called Winter Wishes by Fabrics by Stephanie. And this one I'm actually stitching on it right now. So this is all our Hallows Eve. Let me show you the pattern. Here's the pattern. Hallows Eve at Raven's Hollow by Brenda Gervais. And this was my start at the retreat. I started it. So here you go, Jamie. If you're watching, I'm making progress. Jamie and Jackie and Amy and Jamie, Tiffany, Jennifer, and Karen were all at the tables where I was sitting at. And I will insert a picture here of my table mates. And you probably saw it at the beginning and at the end or however. But anyway. Jamie had to give me a consult because she was working on a project that I saw the pattern when we were in the retreat. We took off and went to Moe's. Jackie and I, hi Jackie from Grand Rapids, I met her at StitchCon. We decided that we were going to run to Moe's because it's only like 20 minutes up the road from where we were at the Hilton Garden Inn on West Saginaw, right by 96. Hop on 96 and get off in Portland. It's that close. So we thought we'd go up to Moe's, and we went up on Friday. And thought we would buy some things. So I haul from there too. I'll show you that in just a minute. However, Jamie was stitching on something that I really liked, and I saw the pattern at Moe's, and I didn't buy it. And then there's a companion pattern that I think was at Moe's as well, and I didn't buy it. But when I came back and saw Jamie working on this, it's a Layla Studios pattern. And I forget the name of it. Nope, I wrote it on here. It's called All Hallows Eve by Layla Studios. And this is the blurriest printout I have, but isn't that so cute? So I didn't buy it at Moe's. I kept watching her stitch it. Jamie was almost done. All she had was a little bit of these borders around here, and then she had the floor to do. All the rest of this was done, and I'm telling you, in person, it's so cute. The picture does not do it justice, and when it's stitched up and you see it in person, you're going to want to stitch it too. So I immediately went to 123 Stitch and ordered it, and all the floss and everything else, but they didn't have this fabric. This is ancient. They didn't have it in the size, but they do have it in other sizes, I found out later. However, I went over to Fabrics by Stephanie and I looked at her table and I found something that might not be exactly like what is on there, but it's gonna be pretty darn close. So this is what I'm gonna stitch mine on. And it's got kind of the modeling a little bit that can be like the clouds and the moon and all that good stuff. See, that has a lot of the modeling in it. I think it's this way I want to do it. See that? Oh yeah, right there. You can see it. It's showing up really well on here. So this is what I'm gonna stitch on mine. See that? I'm gonna put it so that it shows up. Stitch it right where that's gonna work, like those clouds. I don't know, can you see a little bit where that purplish stuff is? It's gonna be like the clouds. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna stitch it on. Now, this is Fabric by Stephanie, but it's probably the most unique one ever, and it's called Test Dye. She said it probably won't ever be reproduced, but this is a 46 count. So it's going to be a lot smaller than this. A lot smaller, I think. Jamie, you were doing it on a 28 or a 32 or something. So this is going to be a lot smaller. It's a 46 count. I'm going to do it. Call for colors 1/2 on 46 count. So I'm so excited to start this as soon as my order gets here. It has shipped from 123, and I will get it on Saturday. So that's that. Another fabric by Stephanie. So their other under the sea fabric, her name was Leslie. I looked the first day and I didn't find anything that jumped out at me. But the second day I went over and I found this blue. And it's called Stonewash. It's really, this is wiping it out. It's a lot bluer, baby blue, robin's egg blue. It's really pretty and it's glittery. You can see, oh, that's showing up the glitter. I think I'm gonna do the new, that shows it better, the new Nutcracker Village that's coming out. I think that's what I'm gonna do that on. Maybe. That's my thought process, was to do that on this. I might have to change out some of the colors. I've kind of peeked on the sneak peek that they give you about the Nutcracker Village, and there's some blues that I might darken the blue or change it, but that's what I might do that on. So this was my haul from that retreat. Then I went to, oh my gosh, I got so much stuff here, you guys. The rest of the stuff that I got at Moe's that day, oh my lord, I got a lot. I got some more fabric just to have in my stock. I got champagne, 40 count champagne Newcastle, 32 count limestone Lagana, and of course everybody needs some 40 count vintage country mocha. Don't we all need some vintage country mocha in the 40 count? Okay, so there's those. And I also, she didn't have the pattern, but I found some fabric that I'm going to do this on, and I'm going to take this out of the package. Because a lot of people have seen this. A lot of people are doing it. I can't. What does it say? Halloween, I can't. I'm stitching. But I'm not gonna do it on that drab brown color. Oh no. I'm gonna do it on this purple. This is showing really blue, but it's not blue at all. It's purple. It is a purple mottled. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so cute. It's gonna be so cute. Now on here, I thought there was purple. I think there is in one of those skeins of floss. I think was purple. There's not a lot of purple, and so I thought somebody else on Flosstube has shown it on a purple, and I am so sorry. I cannot remember who. I'm sorry that I'm not shouting you out. But anyway, I'm doing this on this purple. It's gonna be so pretty. And I'm not real big into Halloween, but this is so cool. These two patterns are my Halloween patterns, and I cannot wait. So, there's that. Halloween I can't because I'm stitching, and this All Hallows Eve. Those are my Halloween ones that I'm doing. Some of the other things that I got at Mo's Needle and Thread. Hi Mo, if you're watching. I don't know if you watch or not, but here's some more of the stuff I got during that retreat at that LNS. Everybody does the cinnamon stars. So many people have done it. I wanted to do it, so I finally got it. Last time I went to Mo's, I had this in my hand. I got a bunch of the called for flosses, but I don't know why I didn't get the pattern. I came home and I didn't have it, so I must have put it down or put it back. So there's that. Plum Street samplers, and you can't see, but it's always remember because the stickers are on it. It's always remember Plum Street samplers. I love the colors in that. It's so pretty. This one I know a lot of you have seen. This is Hello from Liz Matthews. Yay! I don't know if I'll type. I don't know if I'm gonna type. I don't know if I'm gonna stitch the All Hallows Eve. I might stitch Happy Fall or Thanksgiving or Harvest Blessing or something other than All Hallows Eve. I don't know what, but that's what I'm gonna do. But I love those Quaker pumpkins. They're so pretty. Okay, so there's that. I'm trying to hurry up. If I'm going too fast, let me know. Tell me to slow down. But because I did, excuse me, my dog's in here. Hello. Should I get out of there? Go on. Because I did the autumn as my giveaway and I want to restitch it, I got the winter. Hands-on design, winter. I think I'm just going to stitch the winter, not the whole thing right now. But, oh, I love those snowflakes. Those look really cool. Anyway, winter. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm almost to the end. I promise I'm almost to the end of this haul. This is Blackbird Design Pledge of Affection that I thought was cute. Plus, it was on sale. And then I am going to stitch this for my daughter. Either if I can get it done by Christmas, probably not, but I'm gonna try, or her birthday is January 31st, so either way. Dear daughter of mine, Blackbird Designs. I did get a teal color because she really likes teal, and I think I'm gonna brighten up that house a little bit. No disrespect to Alma and Stitched by Pat Ryan, no disrespect to them at all, but I'm gonna make that house a color that I think my daughter will like. Okay, so there's that. I also, when I was down at Mo's, hide the evidence. I kitted up a great deal of projects. some of it I already had the fabric, some of it I did not. But I am doing a few in this book. I already started one of them, and I'll show you in a minute. Spell of the Moon. I started that, and I know it's in my whip pile here somewhere. I am doing that as bravely as I can. One over one on 32 count. I don't know why, I don't know what's possessing me to do it, but it's 1 over 1 on 32 count. I just wanted it small to go in a dough bowl up on my shelf. So there's that one. So I had the floss for those, but I also wanted to do, and a lot of people have started this. Stephanie, hi Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching. I think this is one of her 150 starts that she has in Startober. They don't start anything all year. Her and the Crockpot crew, so her and Pam and their whole Crockpot crew, they don't start anything all year. And so they get to the end of the year, or to October, they call it Startober. They go on a retreat and they start a whole bunch of stuff. So she started this. So I'm starting, this is not why I'm starting it, but I'm starting this one. And it's the Mighty Acorn. And it says, Mighty Oaks from Little Acorns Grow. And this was designed and stitched by the very talented one and only Barb Adams. So I was going to change the color of the house and do all of it. I don't think I'm going to change anything. I will probably change, and I took it out of this bag, one of those Toasted Almond, I think, or Colonial. One of the two fabrics by Stephanie is what I'm going to stitch it on. Because I took this and I took the Wren that it was called for Weeks Dye Works Wren, and I put it down and I floss dropped all these flosses on it, and I just liked it better on I think it's the Toasted Almond or it's the Colonial Parchment or whatever, one of those two. And then one more I want to stitch out of this book that I kitted up, and I'll show you very quickly. I am not going to make it in, probably won't make it into the strawberry, but I just thought that was so cool. Oops, I'm so sorry, I showed a little bit. I was trying to show you more of the crow. Isn't that cool? Look at his chest. It's like checkerboard. It's so cool in that house. So I don't want to make it into a strawberry because I want to see more of it. This one is, it's not really a close-up. I'm going to try not to show. Here we go. That's more detail of the bird on the other side that you couldn't see when it was laying down in the strawberry. I just want to see the whole thing. I want to be able to see the whole thing. So anyway, that's another one of those, and I'm keeping all of these. I'm almost done ready. Yeah, sorry guys. This is one of my fall bags that I made, and it's a big one. So I'm just going to keep all this floss and this book and the 3 projects that I'm working on of that book all in one big old bag. So anyway, I will put the flosses on floss drops and get those all sorted and separated as well. So that I think that's all for that retreat. I showed you all the fabric I got and the haul I got from our little Stitchy outing. I will put a bunch of pictures of that retreat so you guys are all updated on that retreat. They may be doing another one next year, but the hotel was booked, so they couldn't book it for the same time. They had to go to a different hotel close by, still in Michigan. Unfortunately, the room that we're going to be in is a lot smaller, so the retreat is going to be returning ones that have gone 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row first. So the more you've gone, you get first dibs on whether or not you're going to go to the next one. So I don't know if I'll be able to get one because this is my first year. I just heard about it not long ago. So let me get some more of this stuff out of the way, and I will show you some whips that I'm working on. I showed you one, the one that I was started at that retreat. So you saw that one. I've also been working on a Housewives. It's fall, y'all. That's how far I got on that one. And that was in that bit, the whole big, here we go, I'll show you. It's fall, y'all. This is what it's gonna look like. It's fall, y'all. Okay, a lot of people want to know, how come your fabric is so dark? Well, I dyed it myself. I took some of this 28 count Monaco, which I love to stitch on for the Housewives patterns, and I use this. This is the RIT dye. It's for synthetics, and it's graphite is the name, graphite. Other people have used the other blacks that are available, the chalkboard black. It turns out gray like this label. This is my fabric that I dyed. These are wrinkled, but that's how dark it gets. This started out as this, white, and it's this dark. What I do, follow the directions on the back, get the water at 200 degrees. I use a candy thermometer to make sure it's not boiling. I use this entire bottle. I put a little bit, like a teaspoon of Dawn dish soap in it, like the directions say, in a big cast iron, or not cast iron, stainless steel, big stainless steel pan. And then I do 3 of these, get these wet, put 3 of them in the pot with this whole bottle. And I let them hang out in the hot tub for about 30 to 45 minutes. I stir it occasionally, I open them up, I put them back in so that I don't get mottling. I want it all black. Then I took these 3 out, rinsed, squeezed it out, rinsed it until the water ran clear. And then I rolled them up in a towel to get a lot of the moisture, and then I just popped them with some dry towels in a dryer. When I took these out, I put, if I'd have had 3, I'd have put 3 more in, but I put 2 more in, so I dyed 5 altogether. So 3 at a time would fit in the size pan that I have, and it's a really good big size pan. And then I do 2 batches with 1 bottle, and they come out this dark. And I love them, I love them, I love them. So anyway, that's how I did those. So I'm using that on It's Fall Y'all is one of them. That's my start on that. This is also what I used on the Halloween, plaid Halloween, the retreat piece that I need to work on and finish. I also used fabric that I had dyed with this same method, same bottle, graphite. And then I started my pumpkin picking day, back of the truck series. And if anybody out there, oh, this is one of my other project bags. This was the first one of these I made that has it's a quilted back. It's fully lined with my cat fabric, fully lined, and then this is the patchwork, crosshatch quilting patchwork and a zigzag. This was the first one of these fabric bags I made, and it was the tutorial by Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. Thanks, Liz! I don't know how many times I watched it on repeat. The part where you start stitching it, like putting the pieces together and making sure what order it goes in. But I'm good at it now because I've made so many now. So anyway, that's that bag. Here's what I'm working on. Pumpkin picking day. And this is how much I have done on this one. love this black fabric. Look at that. The colors just pop on it. And these are all the called for colors. Priscilla uses Classic Colorworks, and it's so nice. It's so good. She's so good. The colors are so good. Anyway, so that's that. Those are so far my whips that I'm doing on the black. Pumpkin picking day, and it's fall, y'all. So I'll put those back in that bag out of the way. Okay. I also coffee tea dyed a bunch of Prairie Schooler Santas. This is the one I started. I worked on this at the retreat, and I got a whole bunch. I cut out, I ordered 2 yards. So I dyed it all and cut out all the squares that I'm gonna need so far with what I had. So I started, and I'm using 2/2 for the called for DMC. But I'm just not liking the coverage on it. It just doesn't look, I don't know. I had everybody at my table and other people at the retreat give me their input, but it just, I don't know. I'm torn. I don't know if I want to try a silky conversion, and because the silky thread is thicker, or if I just need to bite the bullet and keep it this way, or if I'm gonna do 3 strands. I'm old school stitcher from back in the day. When I stitched on 14 count, I used 3 strands. So maybe I'm gonna just stitch this again before I get too far. I just want to stitch the same amount and stitch it in 3 strands, maybe beside it even, and see which ones I like best, and then go from there before I get started, before I get any further, and just make sure if I'm gonna do them all with 3 or 2. So that's where I am. I had started some during Mania, a couple of them, but I was doing it on 22 count heart hanger that I got at Hobby Lobby. The way the threads are, they move the, I don't know what they're called, the up and down ones, or the side to side, they move when you, yeah, no. So I got Monaco instead, and it's all coffee tea dyed, and then I cut them all up into squares because I want to make ornaments out of these, and that's also why I'm thinking, do I want to make them the stitching thicker and puffier, or do I want it thinner and prim? I don't know. So that's a work in progress. So I got to figure out what I'm doing with that. So that's that. Okay. I think I started, the only other thing I worked on, I was supposed to start this. This is the Brick House Sampler by Brenda Gervais, and I love Brenda Gervais. I love her. That's the other one that I'm working on, the All Hallows Eve. And this is a stitch along that Lori Holt's doing with the Happy Little Stitch Shop. So I ordered all the things to do the stitching with them. I haven't even started it yet, but I haven't kitted up. But isn't that gorgeous? The colors of those birds are just something else, and that building and the flowers at the bottom. So I do have this all kitted up. I've got the fabric that I'm going to use, which I don't remember what it was because I took the bag out. And then I got all the pretty flosses. It's a hot mess because it's been in that little bag, but yeah, I got all the pretty flosses in there. Those birds are going to be so pretty in that blue. So anyway, that's that. I will be getting back to that. I haven't even started. I will be starting on that eventually. But I don't know when, but eventually. Okay, so what I did start, since I've talked to you guys last, it was my birthday. Yay, October 7th. So I decided that I was going to send out a Zoom invite to some friends. Hi, Stitchy friends. Some of the gals that I met at the retreat down in Indiana, that most of who got on were either at my table or the table next to us, that we kind of adopted each other's tables, and it happened to be the table Priscilla was sitting at too. So we're Priscilla's Pretty Posse, I think that's what they're calling them. Anyway, so I started this on a 40 count water green Newcastle linen, and I got it at Mo's and Thread, but this is called Peace on Earth. And I started this on my birthday, so this is my birthday stitch. And this is how far I got. Not very. I just started on my birthday, and then I think that next day I was off. And that's the day that Jennifer from the Michigan retreat messaged me and said, "You are selling all your project bags, right? You're my only project." So then I had to put my cross stitch away, and I didn't stitch on anything until the retreat because I was busy sewing bags. So anyway, this is my little start on Cottage Garden Sampling's Peace on Earth. And I'd like to have this done and hung up on my wall somewhere before Christmas. So that's my plan. Hopefully it'll happen. It may not, but here's the beautiful, beautiful threads on this beautiful, beautiful fabric. Doesn't it? Oh my gosh, look at that. I can't wait to get to the reds. But all I have is Peace on Earth. I need some reds. I can't wait to stitch that cardinal. Woo! Anyway, so that is pretty. And I'm going to be doing more Zoom stitch-alongs for whatever. You don't have to stitch on this project. You can stitch on whatever. But if you're interested and you want to join and participate in a Zoom, all of my few followers that I have, please like and subscribe and share and click notify and all the things. But if you want to join my Zoom, let me know. All I need is the email address so I can send you the Zoom invite, and then we'll stitch. Speaking of Zoom, if you guys have ever gone and seen Annabella's, she has an Etsy shop. Her name is Elaine, but her shop's name is Annabella's, and she sells all the things, cross-stitch stuff. She has fabric. She has Bella bits and Bella bundles and all sorts of stuff. And she got the new Housewives stripes that came in, you know, Priscilla's plaids, Chelsea's checks. Well, they have stripes now. And she puts the light colors together. Like, she'll pull out all the red ones and then all the green ones of the plaids, the checks, and the stripes. And they're Bella bundles, and you can buy whatever color. So like Christmas ones, I might buy a couple of her Christmas bundles because, you know, for finishing ornaments or whatever. So anyway, check her out, Annabella's, and her name is Elaine. Hi Elaine, and congratulations on your new grandbaby Kobe. Today is Tuesday, and we would be doing right now, if she didn't just become a grandma again, on Tuesday nights, Elaine invites everyone who wants to participate to Zoom with her and stitch on a stitch. And you don't have to stitch this stitch. You can stitch whatever you want. But the stitch that we're working on is Winter Rose Manor. Now, I don't know how many of you guys remember, I started this. This was my first sampler-ish. Again, I didn't get very many answers on whether a sampler has to have an alphabet or not. Is it considered a sampler if it doesn't have an alphabet? Let me know in the comments. Give me your opinion. What do you think? I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer. Does a sampler have to have an alphabet? I don't think so. I call this a sampler. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, this is what we're working on. Winter Rose Manor. Again, there's a theme, Brenda Gervais, okay? So this is what we were stitching on Tuesday night. When this first, not when it first came out, because I think this was a retreat exclusive, I think. Because it was just out, I think, to the public right when I started getting into stitching, which was last year, about this time, mid-November, end of November is kind of when I got in. And so people were buying this like crazy. And I had a hard time finding a lot of the floss colors at that time. but I did get it, and I got a 40 count Brenda's Brew, and I believe she stitches it on, I believe she stitched it on a 36 count. I want to say she did it on a 36 count Brenda's Brew. And of course, I can't find it right away while you guys are sitting here. Yes, she did 36 count Brenda's Brew by R&R Reproductions. Sorry that took me so long to find that. So, I had a hard time finding the 36 count, but I did get 40 count. So, Lori Holt finished hers, and she found this really cool white frame that has the scrolls on it, on the edges from Hobby Lobby. So I immediately went out and got that frame because I knew I would finish this. Well, then I remembered I'm doing 40 count, so mine's not going to fit in there quite as nicely as hers, but I think what I can do is along the edge of that frame, the white is scalloped and it goes up and down. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's an hour and 40 minutes. Let me hurry up. Okay, so I'm going to maybe get a little matte in there with the burgundy that pulls out the color of those flowers or the cardinal or the door or something and fill it in. But anyway, here's where I am so far. When I put it away, I had all the border done and the roof. So I got it back out and I did this whole medallion last Tuesday when we were doing our meet and stitch, or 2 weeks ago on our Zoom stitch. So I'm glad that she's doing that because it forces me to get it out and work on it, because I got the border done and the roof, and then I put it away and pulled a Laura and said squirrel, and off I went. So I'm glad that I'm getting this back out and getting work on that. So that, I believe, is everything that I've been working on. A couple more things of haul really quick, because I know this is forever and I've probably lost half of you now anyway. The Happy Little Stitch Shop, I joined. It's called a Floss League instead of a Floss Club. It's kind of funny. They're doing a play on the word league, like the Justice League. And I think there's a conversation about t-shirts being made or something. It's so funny. But anyway, she is doing a Classic Colorworks Floss League and a Weeks Dye Works Floss League. So this is October, so it has all these wonderful, beautiful Halloween fall colors, which is good because Stitching with the Housewives charts that I got, plenty of them, all of these colors will be used in that. And then here's the Weeks Dye Works, and these are Halloween colors. Probably I can use them on the 2 Halloween charts that are on their way coming Saturday from 123 Stitch. I also joined, as I mentioned earlier, the Stitch cards. I got J is where I started. I've got a lot of catching up to do. So these are cute. They're stitching them as we go. I think they're in card A. They started a couple months ago from A and they're working all the way through. I think they're on C, as a matter of fact. But this is from, really quick, Happy Little Stitch Shop. So check her out. The owner's name is Angela. It's her and her family do this. www.happylittlestitchshop.com. Check it out. She has tons of quilting, cross stitch, fabric, kits, whatever, all sorts of stuff. She'll get you whatever you need. If you don't see it right away, she'll get it. One of the other series that, because I got in late in the ball game, I came in and a lot of people are finishing it, but I want to do the Farmhouse Christmas, so I'm going to do this too. So I got the first 3 for that. I believe I'm going to do it all in one with all 9. So anyway, this is my haul from the Happy Little Stitch Shop. Really quick, the only other thing I have on this table that might be good, and we'll talk about giveaways in a minute. These might end up in a goodie grab bag, but at Moe's, she had cross-stitch grab bags. So these were stapled together, and there was a whole basket full of them, and you just picked one, and this is what you get. One of my retreat attendees, friends, she didn't want this one, so I grabbed this one out of hers because she was letting people get what they wanted. So this wasn't in this bag, but this was in a bag that she didn't want. So that's one. But all of these came in one bag for $5. So I thought they were kind of cute. And this comes with the little hanger and the little beads. And if you see, there's a Santa's jacket and an elf jacket to go along with this. I just thought that was kind of cute. Here's another pattern that was in there. And this is the sewing circle. And this is Summer Garden Party by Tempting Tangles Designs. And this is All Our Troubles by La Di Da. And those were all in that bag. So it's kind of a fun little game of chance. Also, I got the new Just Cross Stitch Christmas ornaments and Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. And as I was mentioning, there is the fall pattern. So the Halloween one that we did is available now. All the seasons are in this magazine. Spring, summer, fall. The winter one I think has come out. I think they showed a sample of what it's going to be. Or the magazine's coming out, something, I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, so those magazines are there as well. So, I don't think I have anything else. Oh, wait. I know this is taking forever, but I just got a bunch of thrift store finds, different things I got to finish stuff on. I'll go through them real quickly. The autumn piece that I finished for my Smalls Exchange, I used the orange pumpkin that was bigger off of this, and I got this at Big Lots, and the bigger orange one is what I used to finish that, and you'll see it in the picture that I added. I found a bunch of frames that were really inexpensive, a couple dollars. I'm taking these out when I get some finishes done. I'm gonna put it on there. These were like half off $2, half off $1.50. Here's a white one. It's got a little grunge on the bottom or on the side. This red one, I thought maybe Christmas Garden from Blackbird Designs. I thought of this, you know, maybe this is kind of antique. Maybe I need to lighten it up again, lighten it up a little bit. But it's red. Something Christmas is going to go in that. The other thing I found, this board had this on it. And it was, this had this little ribbon, you know, ruffly thing. And it was like $2 because it was half off $4, right? So, hashtag save the stitches. I'm ripping it off. I'm going to somehow get this glue off of here. I might heat it up with a hairdryer or something. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to save the stitches. I'm going to put this on a project bag. And then I'm going to use this project bag to put my Teresa Kogut Land That I Love in this project bag. Hashtag save the stitches. So, some of the other really quick finishing ideas I got. Maybe that heart one, the glass heart, I might do it on there. This is another little frame. You can just finish something and put it on there. Easy peasy, all done. I forget where I got that. It was cute. This back of the truck, not the back of the truck, but the jar, the Santa in a jar and the Hello My Pretties in the jar. This is what Priscilla and Chelsea finish it on, is this board. So I grabbed that from Hobby Lobby while I was there as well. So, sorry. Anyway, that's all I have. As you can see, my plans, got a lot of stitching to do. I put my project bags out on Instagram and Facebook, so if anybody wants any, get a hold of me, let me know. I've got a couple orders that I'm sewing this weekend to get those out, that they've custom ordered bags. a lot of you, not a lot of you, there have been some of you who have ordered the Starbucks bags. I'm out of that fabric. I ordered from 2 different places some replacement fabric, so when that comes in, I'll put a post either on my Instagram or on my Facebook to let you know that fabric is in and take orders for that. This is my middle granddaughter, Lennox. This is her shirt she had on. And see all that? It's a cross-stitch shirt. And look down at the bottom. There's a key. It tells you what color to do. So she accidentally left this here when she was here last weekend. So I'm going to get the floss and I'm going to stitch her shirt for her. So when she comes back, she's going to have a pink unicorn. So I thought that was so cute. Some of the colors are light blue, purple, and pink. So I'm going to stitch up her shirt. Isn't that cool? Anyway, it was so fun. So now we come to the part of the program. Last week we had a giveaway. 2 of them actually. And one of the words was cat and the other was acorn. And I'm going to insert a video of that giveaway drawing or a random comment picker here. Hello friends, here we go with this week's giveaway. The first word I'm going to choose is cat. And I'm going to go down and get the comments. There are 16 comments. And I don't know why this comes way down this, but we're going to then go start and we're going to pick a winner. Ready? Tammy Totten, congratulations. You are the winner of the cat bag. Congratulations. Okay, friends, here is giveaway number 2, and the word was acorn. A-C-O-R-N. And we're going to get the comments. And there were 19 comments for the word acorn. So let's scroll down. And now we're going to start to pick a winner. Melly. Marley is the cutest. Melly, congratulations. You are the winner of the acorn bag. Thank you for participating. Okay, congratulations. The cat bag goes to Tammy Totten. Tammy, you have won this project bag. Yay, look at the cats. Okay, the next one, as you know, her name was Melly. Melly, you are the winner. You said acorn, so you are going to get this bag. Okay, thank you very much for everyone's comments and participation on that. I will get this out to you guys in the mail as soon as possible. If any of you are watching and I owe you project bags or cards that we have traded floss drop cards, again, I apologize for my tardiness. Please bear with me. I will get them out to you. Hopefully everything will be out of here this weekend. Everything that I owe people will be in the mail. Okay? Then we can blame it on the post office. Actually, these will go post office. Bags, I usually take it down to my local Ace Hardware and they have a UPS pick it up. So, project bags will come UPS. And I do have hot pink things that I'm putting them in. So, hot pink wrapper. When you see a hot pink wrapper, you'll know it's from me. So now let's talk about giveaways for this week. Because I had so many project bags, I have to give away some more project bags. If you have stayed with me, we are almost at 2 hours and I'm so sorry. By the time I put an intro, it's going to be so long. I am so sorry, but it's been a while. I promise you, I will not talk this much next time. I promise you. So, here's our giveaways. This week, I'm going to give away one of these coffee bags. If you want a coffee project bag, coffee themed project bag, say the word coffee. Coffee, that it's brown check, and there's teal in there and all sorts of coffee stuff. So coffee is giveaway number 1. Number 2 is a mermaid This is another mermaid vinyl front project bag. If you want a vinyl front project bag with a mermaid, use the word mermaid. Okay? So, let me check my notes. Plans, I got lots of plans to stitch and clean and ship and get everything out. The next meet and stitch in Lansing. I haven't put it on the events tabs yet, but if you're in the Lansing area and you want to meet and stitch, we meet in the Lansing Mall Food Court, usually from 2 to 5. Our next one will be on October 30th, the day before Halloween, Saturday, October 30th, meet and stitch in Lansing Mall Food Court from 2 to 5. I will put the event on the event page in the Michigan Cross Stitch room and the Cross Stitchers of Michigan Unite room. If anybody else is gonna be in town that weekend, if you want to come into town, come visit us in the Lansing area. We'd love to have you. So again, mermaid, coffee. Be a subscriber, like my video, be over 18 because I'm gonna need a place to ship it. Unless you win and come to the Lansing Meet and Stitch, and then, you know, I can give it to you there like I did Teresa. Hi, Teresa. So anyway, Meet and Stitch. Go find somebody to stitch with. Find your stitchy friends. If you don't have any stitchy friends, go watch Pam and Steph Just Keep Stitching. Hashtag Stitch Harmony on their page, and they'll help you find somebody in your area. If they pick you, please love each other and meet and stitch. So until next time, I'm so sorry this is so long. Please don't think it's going to be this long every time, but I haven't been here in a while and I had a lot of stuff to show you and a lot of stuff to tell you and a lot of exciting cross stitch stuff. So again, go meet and stitch. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in about a week or two maybe. Okay? Thank you. Bye.